I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back.
What did you hear that was interesting?
The leader makes the tone.
Leader sets the tone.
Trust and cooperation are feelings.
Sorry?
Trust and cooperation are only feelings.
Trust and cooperations are feelings. They are feelings. Are they also embodied in ways? So a lack of trust was that standing back against the outside of the circle, right?
Yes, sir.
But a trust, is trust given or earned?
Yes.
It's both.
Because as a child, trust their parent, that's not given. I mean, that's not earned, that's just a given because they don't have anywhere else to do but to trust. The baby can only trust them.
It can be lost.
That's right. Yeah.
It can be lost. And maybe it can be earned back. But the problem with once trust is lost, it takes both folks involved and a willingness for both folks involved to work to re-earn it, to regain it. It can't be done from one side. It can't be completely given again. It can be. You give 70 times 7. You can offer it again, but it has to be reciprocated into earning, right? It's both and. So the leader does set the tone. It's called culture. What is the culture of the organization? And if there's one thing about an organization that will make it more effective, more quickly, no matter what it does, no matter what it's trying to accomplish, it's a culture, an environment of safety in that circle of safety. I mean, you can imagine just having experienced the paranoia game. That if there are people who are running around worried about being stabbed in the back, trying to keep their survival, then the productivity of that organization is not going to be very high. No matter what incredible programs or people or staff you have, it ain't going to matter. But leaders set the tone. Leaders set a culture in which everyone, no matter how long they've been around or how new they are, can feel comfortable and safe in offering their gifts and their talents and abilities and experience for the good of the group. Somebody standing back here, all of those gifts and talents and abilities that person has are not going to be brought to bear on your mission.
And that trust has nothing to do, like you said about you can say, trust me, do this, blah, blah, blah. If that's not backed up with authenticity in how a person is every day, day in and day out, then it doesn't mean anything.
Jill,
Yes.
I think you're exactly right. I think that's one of the largest, most significant, most powerful tools that you as leaders have in affecting culture.
But
Is that authenticity and hang on to that Bill, right? Authenticity and a willingness to be vulnerable. Because trust is a vulnerability. To offer trust, especially in an environment when that trust has not been earned, or that trust has actually been acted on in ways that have been destroyed it and eroded it in some ways, it requires a vulnerability to offer that again. And leaders, I mean, if you play follow the leader goes first. So if there's going to be vulnerability, if trust is going to be offered and injected into a relationship again, the leader has to be the first to go. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I think we just experienced that. When Mary had her fall, the trust that came around all of us to go to her aid, and she trusted us to see about her. And we did. And the doctor came home. And just probably by hearing, and thank God that a doctor is with us, she, I'm sure, felt the trust that she was being taken care of. So it's safety in numbers too. Okay? You know, that circle of danger, it exists, you know, and there's safety within that circle, as he said.
And I would give too that culture is a top-down approach. Very hard to do it from the bottom up. It's much more, if you look at businesses and organizations that are known for philanthropy and good work culture and all that, you look at the top and you look at how it goes down because it permeates everything. And again, as leaders here, we've got to push that down into our congregation and into new people coming and that sort of thing.
And I think with leadership too, that a good leader knows to put everyone's particular talents to good use. And that way, you know, they feel comfortable because they're not doing anything they're not uncomfortable with. You can see what that specific person's talent is and make sure that they are using their talents.
You thought I had a talent with coffee.
That trust without
I think you're preaching. You're sitting down, but you're still preaching. because I think the one thing that we often expect of our folks, of our leaders, is to have all of the talents, to have all the abilities, and to have all the answers. And yet a good leader is self-reflective enough to know that I don't have all those talents. And you know what? I'm not supposed to. 1 Corinthians 12 would say that we're all a part of the body. And we can't say because I'm not an eye, I'm not a part of the body. And because I'm not a hand, I can't be a part of the body. You can't say it about yourself, and somebody else can't say it about you. Because you are a part of the body. The good leader finds out which part you are and how to engage you and put you in place, right?
One of my favorite things is, you know, if you ask a cat to drive a car, they're going to look like an idiot. You know, they're not going to be able to do that well. But if you ask a human to climb a tree, belly up a tree, the cat's going to do a better job.
That's
so
right.
Find that talent and capitalize on it.
So if one of our key responsibilities as leaders is to ensure that there's safety, ensure there's a circle of safety, what would be some of the dangers of which we need to be aware for our congregation, for our folks? What are some things that could feel dangerous, could make people step back? Maybe something that you've experienced that might have caused you to step back instead of stepping forward. And I'm talking about just general experiences.
Getting shot down with your ideas.
Having your ideas shot down, out of hand.
Yeah, stepping out of the box and going forward, and not capitalizing on the past, but going forward for the future and making that initial step to bring new ideas, new ways, and to bring in to today's thinking. Okay.
Can I jump on that? Because it's such a hard thing to do. Oh my goodness, we just built a dining hall at Glisson. I don't know if you've heard about that. Dining hall at Glisson was built in 1950. 62 years old, only served half of our camp at one time. We served every meal twice, every day, all summer long, and couldn't accommodate summer groups. Built a new dining hall, huge project. We were scared to death because people deeply love Glisson. They protect Glisson. And when they heard we were building a dining hall, we had a few people say, whoa, 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 what are you doing? We've been singing on that dining hall porch for 60 years. And you know what? That is a real feeling. And it's a reality in those folks' lives. So what we did is work real hard and listen to the concerns about if we move forward and we move forward in a little bit different way, how can we honor the past and carry the best of the past forward with us? And we have a dining hall porch that is bigger and better than the one we left. And we sing on it all the time because that was a critical part of our identity and our culture and who we are. And we didn't want to lose that and grasp that. We're getting ready to expand the chapel. Oh my goodness, it's scary. I mean, it's really scary. We have kids sitting in the aisles, and the floor, in the windows, because we got kids running out they're all over the place. It's dangerous. Fire marshal can shut us down. We're scared to death, but what we're going to do is the same thing. So, yes.
You know, that's something that my parents experienced. And, you know, when you say kids are running all out, whatever, that means the church is alive. Because the youth are the future. And that's something that I pray that our ministry is going to evolve and get more youth, more people, more youth to continue growing.
I think you can. Got to be safety first. Safety first. That can be in our mindset in everything. We're having a meeting. We're setting up that meeting. We're communicating about it. How do we communicate in a way that's safe? Doesn't leave people out. What do they need to know in advance? What's going to be dealt with? What topics are going to be dealt with? Can they know it in advance? Can we help them with that? Are they welcomed in an appropriate way? Are they seated in a way that makes folks feel safe? And can we think through safety at every kind of level? Interpersonally, physically, spiritually? How are we taking care of safety? Safety. I gotta move on to the next thing, or Jasmine's gonna look at me. She gotta look. It's a good look.
They don't know that yet. Well, the
I know
staff
Jasmine. Jasmine's very real with me sometimes. It's very helpful.
knows. Russell's my brother.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. So, all right. So that's the first key thing: culture. An honest, brutal assessment of our culture. If it's great, great. If there are things that are lacking, let's be really honest about those, and let's get on those, because life's too short, and this ministry's too hard, and faith development among our people for the impact of the world, that's just way too important to allow it to kind of sit back and not happen in a good way. So, about what we're to do next. I got to show you one more Simon Sinek. He wrote a book called Start With Why. And so if you have culture in place, then you can begin to do things. But if we're going to ask the question, what are we going to do? We might be asking the wrong question. So let me share this very brief synopsis of his thing.